Got
it. You can say stuff.
Okay. Just don't go live yet, because I'm about to talk shit about Jess.
Oh no.
Nah, I'm kidding. Go live. Oh, you are going live, you asshole. Thanks for the heads up.
Good evening and welcome to Omnibrosllive. I'm Omnidog, one of the Omnibros that Uncanny Omar was going to talk shit about.
I was. What a
Welcome.
phenomenal looking lady you turn out to be.
Thank you. I still have mascara in my eyes. I can't get it out.
Listen to you. You put mascara on one time and you're complaining about it.
Really channeled Linda Carter really well.
I kind of am complaining about it. It's hard I washed it and scrubbed it out and it still wouldn't come out. But yeah, this is Omnibroslive. We welcome you to our Halls Previews and Reads show. I am with my co-hosts, the Uncanny Omar.
What's up, everybody? Thank you for having me.
Wrong Night, Right Rye.
What's up?
And A Geek and Weekdom.
Hey, everybody. Doing pretty well, and I'm happy to be joined on this chat by this wonderful panel of awesome people.
Yay. That sounds awesome. Yay for us.
Almost a full house, except for Luis and I think Gabe is going to join us, though, correct?
He said he may be... he may be missing tonight. He did not give a reason why, but it didn't sound like he could make it.
Gabe or Luis?
Gabe.
Gabe might be missing tonight. Okay.
Yeah. Luis generally doesn't do. Well, sometimes he does Mondays.
Is Ryley like beating his dogs?
I don't know what he's doing.
I'm trying to prep these. I got 3 packages in the mail today, so I'm trying to prep them.
Oh, yeah. Look at that! Look at that! Okay, you guys want to go through Halls first, then, while Ryley does his prepping?
I'll mute so you guys don't have to hear me tearing through boxes.
Some of these hauls came from InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts add 2% to that. There's always an OmniBros code every quarter where you can get extra percentages off of that. If you're in the United States and you order $50 or more worth of books, you get free shipping. That's amazing. Fabulous customer service. Fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com. Okay, now we can get to the regular part of the show.
Okay, Monday nights we usually show our load, right, of books that we got.
What?
Yeah, sure.
Take it easy.
Is that the correct terminal? I'm sorry. English is my second language, guys.
Oh, quit leaning on that.
Yeah, y'all ever watch, this is a 90s skit from Saturday Night Live, Caveman Lawyer. Y'all remember that? It was Phil Hartman. He was a caveman.
Oh, yeah.
Became a lawyer. And that was always his excuse. He was like, your modern ways are foreign to me. I'm just a caveman. Yeah, I use English as a second language all the time. Never works on the wife. Never.
No, I bet.
No, everybody else, not really either. I don't think anybody buys it.
I don't.
All right, who wants to start it off then? Who wants to show them hauls?
Well, you can skip me because my package didn't arrive. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, let's see. I've got a few books and a couple of reads I'll talk about later. But first thing I'm going to do is give a shout out to this guy right here, who Jess and I met at the convention.
David Robertson. I think he's in the chat.
Oh, is he? David, thank you so much for this. This, of course, being one of the greatest Marvel characters ever. Omnibus coming soon. Nah, probably not. Darkhawk.
Not as good as this guy.
That guy is not worthy to stand next to Darkhawk.
Oh, he's above him. See?
Yeah, who died? I'm sorry.
And saved the world.
I'm pretty sure actually
universe.
Chris did die. I take it back. So thank you very much, David. This was such a nice gift. Like, he walked up to me and he gave me this, and he's like, he's got one for Jess, and he thought about giving Jess Darkhawk. So that was really sweet. He did.
Darkhawk got my review yesterday, so now I am.
I saw that.
done
You
with
loved it.
Darkhawk.
You loved it, and you
I
want to
do
know
not.
more about it.
I
You
do
are
not.
so messed up. All right. So here's a huge shout out to my buddy Kyle. So he got me hooked on so many of these books. I need to start reading now that I've got some time. So I got Paradiso. Have you read this one, Jess? This looks
I've
like a
not.
Jess book. This one is printed. Who is this? This is volume 2. This is Image. That's right. So I need to get on this because I know there's 2 volumes. One of my favorite studios, Mad Cave Studios, really good. I ended up loving the crap out of Battle Cats. This is Honor and Curse. But I was a huge fan. Actually, Kyle's the one that was like, you need to check out Knights of the Golden Sun. You need to check out Battle Cats. He sent both my way, and holy crap, Battle Cats was freaking. I wanted to hate it. I wanted to hate Battle Cats so much because the concept is so ridiculous. But I was like, no, this is actually a damn fun book. But this is Curse, Honor and Curse. And this is from Vault Comics. This is Fearscape.
Oh, yeah, he sent me that too. Where is that? That's a good book.
Did you end up liking this one? This is one you did for your horror, right?
I haven't read it yet, but I looked through it and it looks really good.
I like the art style. Recently, Maddie and I just did these. Oh gosh, damn it! These something shores. These Savage Shores.
Oh yeah, that's supposed to be good too.
That was awesome. I can't wait. The trade paperback drops in November, so this month sometime.
Oh, you read the singles?
Mm-hmm. It hasn't been collected yet. Empire, which was previously released by DC, now IDW owns the rights because the follow-up was published by IDW. Outpost Zero, volume. This is 2, actually. Yeah, volume 2. Maddie's got my volume 1, so I need to get that. Let's see, we're going to review it together. And this hardcover right here, America Town, from Archaea Studios. Let's look at some of this inside artwork. Yeah, it's kind of stuff that you like, Jess. Independent comics.
Cool.
Right up your alley. Right. That's that kind of stuff. And then currently I got this from John, and I'm going to review it. This is his comic book right here, printed from Dark Legion Comics. So I am getting on that. This is volume 1, and I got volume 1 and 2 I need to review. But that is my haul, and then my monthly haul will be coming out sometime next month because I also have my Baltimore haul.
Ooh.
Coming out tomorrow, but that's all over there. So, Ryley, got that box open?
Shout out to Make Havoc, who alerted me to the variant and Virgin variant of the New Mutants that had Emma and Magic on it by Adi Granov. And thank you, Make Havoc. I went right for it, got it from Golden Apple. Had you not tagged me in Facebook on that, I would have never known about it. So thank you, dude. I ordered those right away, and then I put them on the Facebook group. Thank you, dude. You get a huge thank you from me. I appreciate that.
You're never going to go back, Jess. You're going to be all about that Virgin life. Those Virgin covers, buddy. Oh. You're never going to go back to covers with words and letters on them. Never. So I hope Make Havoc ended up getting his variants because I sent him a package. He was one of our winners on my channel. So I hope he got his variants. Ryley?
Yeah. I had 3 boxes when I got home. I just got them all open. I'm kind of disappointed that I have another box that it might come in tomorrow. I wanted it to be here today because it had some cool stuff in there. That's not quite, what other people might be ordering right now. Anyway, I've got a bunch of new release manga I'll breeze through real quick. Boruto Volume 7, Haikyuu Volume 35. This one just got announced that it's ending. It's heading into the final story. Demon Slayer 9, there's the big popular one right now. Yeah. One Piece number freaking 92. And all these are books that we talked about on the Thursday show. Black Clover number 8.
I didn't think those books shipped until next week. That's crazy. So who'd you order it from?
I get a lot of my manga I get from Right Stuff Anime.
Dang, they are cheap. super fast.
Because they do get them soon. Like they get them usually a couple weeks ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I was experimenting with them, if I'm being honest, because I wanted to try their membership program. And it's been a good, they have a lot of different stuff, and they also carry anime and figures and stuff like that. So it's a nice place.
I think it's a good idea. Like I used to have, oh my God, their membership maybe like 10, 12, 13 years ago. But it always like ended up biting me in the ass because you can never stack it during sales. So I was like, well, that's about the only time I bought stuff. So,
all right.
So what else did you get? What are your other boxes?
Doc Stone Volume 8. That's box number 1. I think is all of that. Box number 1 also had JoJo Part 4 Volume 3. So this has volumes 5 and 6 of the original Japanese release of Diamond is Unbreakable. And then box number 2, this was more manga. Silver Spoon number 11. That's the farming series by the creator of FMA. Ryuko Volume 2. I think this is 2 of 2.
Love that cover.
I'm not 100% sure, but it's a really fun kind of just action series. Reminds me of spy titles and like action movies that come out. Really cool stuff. I really dug the first volume, so I'm looking forward to this second one. And then the big old Drifting Classroom hardcover.
They reprinted it in a hardcover. That's nice.
Super thick. And then an even bigger manga hardcover, Poklan Volume 1. I got baited on this one. I don't remember who put it on one of the groups, but it looked really nice. And I'm really easy to sway when it comes to the size of books and stuff. And if you just see like the comparison from a deluxe hardcover manga, it's quite a bit larger. And then I'll compare it to like a normal volume of manga.
I got a little bit of a dilemma. We've got one of my favorite mangas coming out later on this month, and it's being reprinted. It's the 25th anniversary edition as a box set, and it's the first part of the box set. It's not even the complete series, and it's like $100. And I was like, shit, that's expensive. So it's Clamp's Magic Knight Ray Earth. It's it's probably the first work I read by them. Oh man, I remember buying bootleg episodes, like 2 episodes each on VHS at a convention that I went to in Columbus, and I didn't know anything about the series. I just was hooked on that art, and I ended up later on, I think Tokyo Pop, when it was known as Mix Magazine, they were the first ones that brought it over to America. And then eventually, went Tokyo Pop and then Dark Horse. And I think now Kodansha's releasing them in those hardcovers. So I was like, man, I have owned every goddamn version of this book. I have the original Mix magazines. I've got the Tokyo Pop releases. I've got the damn Dark Horse omnibuses. Now there's hardcovers.
Well, speaking of box sets, the last item that I got, the third box, was this.
Oh, I love that series.
I never finished it. I probably had about 5 more volumes that hadn't come out yet. I stopped reading it at the time when I moved from out of my parents' house after getting married, and I moved into my first apartment with my wife. And I kind of halted purchasing a lot of stuff at that point. And so I fell behind, and I also had to sell a lot of stuff at that point because I had 0 money. And so I wound up selling it. I never finished it. And excuse me, I had I found a Amazon gift card, and so I put that towards this. Like I found it randomly.
You found one?
Yeah, like on the street.
Seriously?
What the shit?
I found it. What? Yeah, so I put that towards this. It was a $25 card, and I put it towards this.
Wow.
So yeah, the entire series of Claymore, fantastic action series, beautiful artwork throughout. I kind of wish Gabe was on the show because I was going to tell him if he enjoys Berserk, this is a series he could probably check out.
I've always compared it to like a female all-out, like, because it's nothing but female warriors in it, right, with giant swords and swords. So,
and it's not it's not nearly as violent or as adult-oriented as Berserk is, but it is pretty mature. And it just has, that same kind of monsters, people with giant weapons fighting monsters and stuff like that. It's a really cool series. I'm excited to be able to finish it up, and I'm also really excited to have it on my shelves again. That's a really nice looking box.
Does that box set come with a handle?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
It's so cool.
That's so you can take it to work.
All the manga box sets have handles like that. So
yeah, you take that shit to work. You're like, hey, I got a meeting, I got to attend. You carry your box set of manga in your briefcase in the other hand. No one's gonna stop you.
I thought there was gonna be something else on this cover that Jess was gonna notice, but
Show me again.
Well, Jess usually enjoys the strong female characters, and we got a strong female
sword.
with a giant sword.
Giant sword, yeah.
Yeah, it's a blonde with a giant sword, Jess. That's like right up your alley.
It's pretty much just magic, but in a manga.
I love when
the handle.
I like when things work out that way, Ryley. You ended up selling that shit when you needed money, and now a better, beautiful version is available. So
there's
wow, look
inside,
at all those books.
All 27 volumes. Really nice inside image. I love the way these box sets look.
Yeah, I hate them because I want them and I can't. like I've got.
Yeah. No.
So I have limited myself to just getting series that I don't already own in box sets. I'm like, okay, I can't do Dragon Ball, can't do Dragon Ball Z, even though they look really nice. I can't do One Piece because I'm already devoted into doing the individual volumes. Berserk's another story. Goddamn, if they do a Berserk box set with all the hardcovers,
shit.
Yeah. Jess, when are you gonna jump in the manga game here?
Peace and love. Peace and love. Never.
Damn hippie.
Nope.
No, not happening. I have a couple manga in my house. That is enough. That is enough.
Time for a couple thousand.
I do not have room, nor do I have the time. Peace and love.
Nor does Jess's brain work that way.
I got it to work. I read Dissolving Classroom, and I got it to work okay reading that.
Yeah, he was like, I told him my 10-year-old daughter and my 7-year-old daughter read it. He was like, I was disturbed. Why? What's wrong with your kids?
Gosh, can't believe what a parent you are. That book almost made me vomit.
You're so weak. So weak.
Here's a father spoon feeding his daughter's Junji Ito at age 7 and 10.
That's his kid. Okay, I should have given him. I should have given them the cat manga, but that's pretty good. Just saying, it's not that bad. It's not graphic or sexual.
Sweetie, have I showed you this latest torture porn movie?
What?
It's just a snuff. It's just a snuff movie.
I don't even like those films, so they don't. She doesn't have to worry about seeing that shit. She just has to worry about the shit that I like.
Mm-hmm.
Alien. It's a wonderful movie. All right, is that?
Alien. That's a good movie.
That is it. That's all. I did get one video game in the mail, but I already put it upstairs, so I'm not gonna.
Okay. All right, Jess. Tu turno.
Okie I have a small Kyle pile from our buddy Kyle. I also got Fearscape, and I want to read it from Vault Comics. And just recently, I got Dead of Winter, a book I know nothing about, but it is written by Kristan's good friend Kyle Starks, but it's not illustrated by him, but it is written by him.
Maddie loves that book.
She does.
It's based on the board game Dead of Winter.
Right, that's what it said. That it's based on based on the smash hit tabletop game from Plaid Hat Games. So,
cool.
It's looking interesting to me.
What's up, Gabe?
Up.
He's not. He's saying hello.
Oh. Okay. Then I got a book that I just rolled the dice on, and I'm going to read it this week as part of my Halloween read, Death Head.
Not that sad.
That's awesome.
This is going to be a good book. I know it, because it's just... Niles and Justine Burton took a camping trip to escape their troubled lives, only to bring back something worse. A cursed mask. a cursed mask. So this is going to be great. They bring back a mask from like the Black Death, and this is just going to be great. I can't wait to read this.
So my wife and I cannot do couples retreats because I know her ass would bring back something like that.
Black Death mask.
Yeah, I ain't having that shit in my house, man.
And then I scored the last copy from around for cover price of What If Volume 1, which seems to have gone out of print on us.
It's out of print. That sucks. That's the classic run.
I feel like Omar is not telling us that Marvel's about to release an omnibus.
I know that they've got 4 of these volumes. I got volume 2. I just did an overview of it, and it comes out tomorrow. But I know they got volume 3 and volume 4 scheduled. I mean, they have enough, right? The only thing that really I found interesting was that issue 16 is not collected in volume 2, and that's the Master Kung Fu and Fu Manchu issue. So I thought that was part of the reason, but apparently it was collected in the omnibus. So maybe they don't own the rights to it again. I don't know, because remember those omnis are they were a one-shot deal. You don't get them.
Yeah.
They're never going to reprint them. So
it was a limited. I remember them saying it was a limited thing. So maybe it was limited, like the time in which they could print it was limited.
Maybe it just seems odd that thing was still in circulation.
And that was one of the issues that was in question. Or at least it's collected somewhere.
Yeah, it is.
Then I also got Lumberjanes and Gotham Academy. I don't know much about Lumberjanes, but I love Gotham Academy, so I decided to take a flyer on this. I also got Activity Volumes 2 and 3. And manga.
What?
Cats of the Louvre.
What?
Kristan sold me on this.
What?
I have that upstairs.
You
Do
threw
you?
a curveball at us.
I know. What about it? Here's some manga. Kristan on the show a couple weeks ago, Omnidog and Omnicat show. She reviewed it and it looked awesome.
That legit is manga. That it
really is.
From right to left. How are you going to read that?
It's also like a legit. It's Taiyo Matsumoto. It's like a really big name too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I've got manga to read.
Interesting.
Hey,
Just
man,
a little bit.
That doesn't work out for you. You ship that my way, all right?
All right.
When you get to about page 13, you're like, I can't do it. Just ship it on down. I'll hook you up with a magic variant.
Okay. And then also Nancy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I really love her webcomic, and now she's even appearing in the Post on Sundays. So I really love Nancy, and she's really way edgified now, and I'm digging everything. That Olivia James, that's not even a real name. She's super secretive about her persona, and I'm really digging Nancy. So I'm really excited to get this book. This was also a Kristan recommendation.
Nice.
And let's see, anything else? I don't think this pile. Oh, yeah. And I did a Kickstarter from Amanda Connor and Jimmy Palmiotti.
Mm-hmm.
Painkiller Jane.
Nice.
Yeah, that is one cool cover. And I just got it today, as a matter of fact. So
Painkiller Jane, the character that they worked with Joe Quesada?
Probably. I don't know. I don't even remember what it's about. It's some kind of crime fiction, mystery, death thing. So what? All this stuff's pouring out of it. Oh, it's signed by them. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love when Kickstarters come through.
Yeah, me too. These guys are always good. This is my third one from Connor and Palmiotti, and they always seem to come through with a really nice package. This is a solid really nice book. Trust the Universe, Painkiller Jane. So yeah, that's it for me. For me and my stuff.
Okay. What's next? Reads?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Gio, since you didn't have much of a haul or it hasn't come in yet, do you want to start with your reads? What have you read, man?
What did I read? I've been reading. I read the Aquaman Unspoken Water hardcover from Kelly Sue DeConnick, and I love that. I made a video on it if anybody wants to check that out. And I have been rereading this My Hero Academia, so because I want to catch up with the anime again, and I have a ton of volumes that I have not read, so I'm starting that again. And that's about it. Pretty light reading week for me.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty boring week. In other words,
currently reading. I'm reading this one right now.
Oh yeah, how is that?
It's cool so far. It's so
what is it?
It's called Levius. It's another thick ass hardcover of manga.
Good.
The artwork is really good. Sorry, I'm going upstairs to the library. The artwork's really good. It uses it's very detailed, and there's this technique that they use where they kind of put the background or the foreground out of focus when it's not what you need to be focusing on. So it kind of guides the eye in a way. It's set in kind of a future steampunky world, and it has the main focus is this. It's MMA, but it's not mixed martial arts. It's mechanical martial arts, I think is what it's called. And so it's people with like mechanical limbs fighting each other. I've only read a few chapters of it so far, so it's kind of still exposition and setting up what's going on. They've kind of introduced that there's different, I think they call them grades or levels, and there's like the highest, I guess, is 1, and the lowest is 5. And so you move up levels depending on how good of a fighter you are, and at the top level there's only 13, so they're like the best of the best. And the main character Levius is somewhere on the 2nd level, not too far down. So I'm willing to bet that a lot of the series, because it is one hardcover and then there's a follow-up series, and I'm willing to bet that a lot of this is him trying to make his way up the ranks. So pretty cool shit so far. I did read a couple of other, I'm going to just mention a couple of other books that kind of stood out to me a lot with my more recent reads. These two, Beastars and Way of the House Husband. Beastars blew me away. This is volume 2. Very easily described as kind of the manga version of Zootopia. There's animals, there's the carnivores and the herbivores. And it's kind of the world that they live in, but this is focusing on a group of students and stuff. One of the herbivores ends up murdered, similar to the plot in Zootopia, but it doesn't end up expanding outward and doing a lot more work as far as developing the characters and their world around them in more than just a focused hour and a half worth of material. So 2 volumes in, volume 2 had several moments that really blew me away. The artwork is great. It kind of reminds me of less of manga and more of like a Euro comic type of look with these anthropomorphic animals. And I mentioned this on the other show, on the manga show, but I think I mentioned this, that it's the thing about it is going into series like this where people use animals instead of humans. I'm always like, why? Like, what's the point? But this series does a lot that makes you see there's purpose behind it, and the creator is right to use animals and is taking advantage of different characteristics that an animal would have that a human does not, and how they interact with each other. It's really great, really amazing character work. I cannot wait to keep reading on this series. And then this one is like just stupid fun. Basically, this dude was a former Yakuza member, I suppose pretty high up. He gets married and is basically just trying to, it's kind of a fish out of water, trying to get used to no longer being Yakuza, no longer being a gang member, and now instead his husband. It's funny, like the situations that he gets into, it's you know that he's very sincere, and it's endearing because he wants to do what's best. Like he has the best intent, but he messes up because he's not used to having to do stuff like cook dinner and clean the house and do stuff like that. And he wants to do it for his wife, but then something always winds up happening, and like he doesn't realize how intimidating he still is. Like he looks like a gangster, even though he's going to the store just to try and buy her a gift. And then the people are like, whoa. He's cleaning the house and acting like, you know, the house is his territory and stuff like that. And he gets really like into it. So it leads to a lot of funny situations that are very endearing. And at the end of the volume, it also left me wanting more because it kind of gives you little hints that we'll see how he moved away from his former life and gotten here, and, you know, how he maybe met his wife. And there's a good moment in there that shows, at the very least, it shows you that this is because I had a moment, I'm like, is this a real relationship, or is he just trying to like go kind of low key so former gang members don't bust up on him? But there's a moment in there that really shows you that this is a real thing. Like he really does, you know, did marry this woman that he loved. And I don't know, it's a really fun series, lighthearted read. It took me very little time to read it. So if you want something fun that'll, you know, possibly make you chuckle, but also has kind of a feel-good feeling behind it, then I definitely recommend it. And it's got pretty nice artwork as well. That kind of reminds me of My Hero Academia's artwork, the way that the characters are drawn. So yeah, those are two of the highlights that I read last week or so.
Well, I guess he's done.
I guess so.
Okay, there he is.
I was putting them back on my shelf. I read I read a bunch of single issues too, because I had like a whole month worth of single issues that just piled up, and then I just finished all that stuff. I'm caught up now with everything as of yesterday. So I read like the new X-Men books. And
yeah, I was gonna ask if you read the new X-Men and Marauders. I just read Excalibur, and I think that drops tomorrow. But man, I liked X-Men, and I really enjoyed Marauders for what it was. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, Marauders is fun.
I'd like to talk to you about that at another time, because I think we could go on for an hour about that. Let's see. I have read a lot of stuff. I'm currently reading Hellboy Library Edition Volume 2 for my show tomorrow. I read a lot of Avengers West Coast to prep for my reading order, and that should be coming out on Wednesday. What else did I read? I read a lot of the single issues. Like I read X-Men, I read Marauders, and the Excalibur issue. And
did you read the new issue of Immortal Hulk?
25? Is it 25? Yes.
The one about like the heat of the universe?
It's a little I don't want to spoil it because I know people are waiting for trades and stuff, but it's different.
It's
I will say that. I will say that.
Not what you expect.
I didn't think it was gonna go there, but it's interesting. So I know that people online are talking about it. So what else did I read? I read some Cable and X-Force because I just bought some trades, and I instantly regretted it because I forgot how much I did not like that series. Guys, it was bad.
Which the
Hopeless one, maybe? Did he write those?
Yeah.
I think you liked them, and I think you and I had a little bit of a...
I thought they were fine. I think of that.
That was it. Yeah. No. They're okay. And I'm doing an overview of Black Bolt, and I had not read that series in hardcover. It's coming out in hardcover.
Yeah.
I've got the hardcover, and I haven't read it, and I was like, usually when I do overviews, I just like to, if I don't know the book, I like to go through there, look at the artwork and stuff, make sure the book holds up. But then I just ended up reading this one because it's pretty damn entertaining. Have you read it, Gio? The new Black Bolt run? Gio?
Mm-hmm. I have the trades. Hello.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah, there you are. There you are. Now we can hear you.
Yeah,
What do you?
Solid series.
Can you hear me
Did
now?
you like it?
I
Yeah.
liked
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It was
Oh, that
fun.
sounds better, man.
All right.
Okay, man. A few words. You liked it.
I'm having some technical difficulties.
was-
I apologize. Sorry, I'm having some technical
Oh.
difficulties over here. That's why I'm quiet and I have to
Are you
hold my mic like this.
You have to hold your mic the whole time?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Oh, don't worry. Don't answer that question.
The thing about that Black Bolt series is like towards the end of it, it becomes kind of important that you read the other Inhumans title at the time, Royals, because it leads into who was writing Royals. It was Al Ewing. Actually.
Al Ewing. Yeah.
Yeah. So it leads into Ewing's conclusion with Royals, and it was this big, really big climax to his run, and yeah, Black Bolt kind of led right into that.
Really? So I hope they collect Royals in oversized hardcover then, because I've been enjoying this a lot, and I think Jess, you would really like it because I know you like some of the Inhuman stuff.
I read Black Bolt.
Oh, you have already?
Yeah, I read it in trade. Yeah, I loved it.
Okay. So is it over? Because I thought was it just 12 issues?
Yeah, it's done.
So just 12
and Royals
issues.
Royals was 12 issues plus a one shot. Yeah. Plus Inhumans Judgment Day. And Judgment Day is the one that kind of follows up on the notes from both titles. I guess everything leads into the Death of the Inhumans book, right? Not really.
I mean, that was the last book that they did with Inhumans.
That is the last book of Inhumans, specific Inhumans material that happened, but it didn't really lead into that. That book just kind of came out. Yeah,
I kind of figured. Donny Cates always does his own things, but I'm surprised that book didn't get an oversized hardcover because Marvel loves Donny Cates. Everything he's written.
Because that was one of the first things that he did, and it's not really connected heavily towards anything else until more currently. I think right now he's putting forth like the little seeds that connect it to everything. So I'm willing to bet, since his Guardians run is wrapping up also, we're probably going to see some sort of comprehensive collection with all of that. Death of Inhumans, Guardians, the Thanos material that was in the hardcover, and like Silver Surfer Black. Because altogether that makes for a decent about 40 issues worth of material. So perfect for one solid book.
So a Donny Cates omnibus, if you will.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that's what I've read. Yes.
This week I just got a chance to read a couple things. One was I was the last one to read this. Moira Falcon.
Hey.
I haven't read it yet.
Oh, you haven't?
But go ahead, man.
Oh, well, no, I'm gonna do a review for my channel on this and the next books I'm going to talk about, because as of right now, these are my books of the year. Murder Falcon, which you guys all did a review on, except for me and Omar, because we didn't get the book. So this a couple weeks ago, a book that shouldn't work works brilliantly, about a falcon from a different dimension with a metal arm who gets his power from heavy metal music, and a guy named Jake who supplies the metal music by his raucous shredding to fight demon monsters from another world with a rift in the universe by this chaos. What's his name? Magnum Chaos. Here he is. He wants to take over the world, and it has a very poignant ending, very sweet and poignant ending, and it is my runner-up to A Walk Through Hell by Garth Ennis, which so far is my book of the year. I don't know what's coming out in November and December that can dislodge these books, but I think these are unbelievable, disturbingly brilliant psychological murder horror mystery thriller books about FBI agents that walk into, it's got 3 story arcs, FBI agents that walk into a storeroom, a warehouse in Los Angeles, and not only can they not find their way out, it appears that they have wandered into hell. It has to do also with their pursuit of a pedophile who recruits other local pedophiles to help him, upon which after they help him, they promptly kill themselves. It appears at his suggestion, and it also deals with how they've dealt. He gets off, the pedophile. This is after. Then the FBI head agent tracks down the pedophile and kills him. He somehow, I don't want to ruin it because the second book explains the entire first book. There's a lot of questions left open that the second book explains, because somehow the dead pedophile may or may not be dead, although she witnessed his killing because she helped kill him in his house. And now she's wandering around with her partner in this warehouse that appears to be hell. They have no pulse, and they are watching all kinds of horrors happen. And it is by Garth Ennis. It is brilliantly written. I have absolutely no words. I'm going to try and come up with words for my channel to figure out how to explain how great this book is. But I have to tell you, this is a book, the first book Kyle sent me, and I'm so grateful, because then I bought this second book on my own, and together they are brilliant, brilliant writing, and my books of the year so far. And that's what I read.
Awesome.
Yeah, and it ended after book 2.
Now, could it be that they're your books of the year because those are the last 2 books you read, and then you'll forget probably by next week?
Next week I'll forget.
Yeah.
Did I mention Gail Simone's Batgirl? This is my book of the year. I forget what I just read. No. Yeah, it is. It is. I was enthralled with the writing. There is one small glitch in Walk Through Hell 2 that I didn't particularly care for. It's just one page that I didn't think needed to be there, where they show something that I don't think needed to be shown, but it didn't diminish my love for it.
Have any of you read ERF? ERF?
ERF?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Yeah, it was so Dynamite sent me a copy for my daughter to review. It's a Garth Ennis book, but it's a kid's book.
I remember that.
So much so, it came out like originally in 2013, but they're republishing it. But so much so that they're trying to market it as a kid book that it looks like one of those golden books, the little mini golden books. Do y'all remember those? I'm sure you probably do.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm sure Jess still has some of the original ones.
I do.
But yeah, so that's I don't know if y'all have ever read it, but obviously it's like your first Garth Ennis book almost. Guess that's one way to pave the way to get them to read Preacher, huh?
Yeah, I remember seeing that and being like, Garth Ennis, what the hell? And then the art just looks like one of those really bad platformers from the PlayStation 1 era.
Well, I've only seen the cover. She's looking at them right now, and it looks like, yeah, you know what it reminded me of a little bit is that oh my gosh, what was the Johnny Depp movie that was like Hunter S. Thompson? He was a salamander or lizard.
Oh, Rango.
Rango. Yeah, that's kind of like what it reminded me of. But that was just literally like first look. Chad Omnidog, thank you for being in the chat. This isn't a good show without Chad Omnidog. Baby's first dentist. That's what it is. One of Jess's best books of the year should be Batman Mythology. Are we gonna do?
That's right, Taylor Brown. That was a damn good book. I should read it again.
Are we doing previews? You guys want to do previews? I gotta bounce off at 9. But
okay, let's do previews real quick then, because we got some really good books.
Yeah, we do.
Who's
sharing their screen?
Who's got previews?
I heard Omar Christ. Jesus Christ. You better highlight that. We got a super chat. You're welcome. Get that joke right, man. It's after.
It's
after
sex.
Damn.
Get that joke right.
Gabe's dumbass misquoting what I said. Anyway, who's got the? I never know how to get there. Gio, you got it?
Yeah.
I can pull up the. Do we have an email? We don't have an email, do we? With what's 50% off yet?
Yeah, I have it right here.
Can't remember if we got it or not.
We did. We got it actually yesterday.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
On Sunday.
Yep.
Can you see the screen?
Not
yeah,
yet.
just a sec.
Right.
I can see it. There we go.
All right. So first up, we've got Image Comics. Got the trade paperback volume 9 for Black Science. No Authority But Yourself. Hit Girl volume 5. Often Wrong volume 1.
That is 50% off. Excuse me. That is 50% off. Often Wrong volume 1.
I've never heard of that.
I haven't either, and they rarely do Image 50% off, but it is.
From Pharrell Dalrymple?
Dalrymple?
I ain't even gonna play that game.
Go for it.
Y'all can pronounce that however the hell you want.
He did that one Omega the Unknown at Marvel series.
Oh,
don't think anyone read it,
I have that.
But yeah, he did that one. That's the only place I really recognized Dalrymple from.
Street Angel Deadliest Girl Alive. Trade paperback.
Okie doke.
Looks like a
Street
manga.
Angel's cool.
Yeah. From Dark Horse, we've got Courageous Princess,
My
Volume 1, Beyond
daughter
100 Kingdoms.
loves those books. Those are good for kids. It's a good book series for kiddos. She loves that series. I don't know if she does so much so, but she did when she was like 7 and 8. She loved that series.
Awesome. What else? Department H, Omnibus, trade paperback volume 2, Decompressed, and Lifeboat.
Nice.
So it should be
Was
the
Department
end of that series.
Yeah, was Department H ever released in a hardcover format?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. It was like the
Carry
same
on, good
format as Mind Management.
Here we have IDW. First up, Amber Blake, trade paperback volume 1.
No relation to Anita Blake.
Oh, thank God.
Also known as Shelf Sitter.
Yeah, the $2.
How many of those did you buy, Jess?
None. Come on.
Based on the covers alone, I say 5.
Dick Tracy Forever, trade paperback. I
think that's the Mike Allred one.
Yeah, that's a new series.
Yep. Mike. No, not Mike Allred. That's the Michael Emming one.
Yeah.
There is a Allred one somewhere though.
Johnny Boo, hardcover volume 10, Midnight Monsters. Marvel Action Spider-Man trade paperback book 2, Spider Chase. My Little Pony, Spirit of the Forest, and Star Trek Q Conflict. Over at DC, it's a pretty heavy week. You got the finally, so people can stop asking us. Batman by Snyder and Capullo Omnibus hardcover, Volume 1
is 50% off.
Yes.
Ooh, nice. So there you go. 33 issues of the New 52 era.
So I'm guessing it, because it doesn't say it, does it not collect the annuals?
It doesn't. That was my big bitch fest when we talked about it in January, and Gabe told me to get over it. I was like, okay.
Is it going to be one of those things where it actually does? Because I don't remember what book it was, but I know there's at least one book by DC that didn't state that it collected something, and then when we got the book, it actually did have that issue. I don't remember what it was, though.
I don't know.
It might have been one of the Morrison ones.
Here's another big one. Lucifer Omnibus hardcover, Volume 1.
Is 50% off.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh,
yeah.
I'll feel okay about selling my paperbacks now.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh,
I lost those in the flood, and now I can replace them.
Nice.
This wasn't top shelf for you, was it?
Sorry?
I said that wasn't top shelf for you, was it?
No, it wasn't. It was a bottom shelf, and it got wiped out with my New Mutants Classics and my Peter David Hulk books and some other stuff that really hurt.
This thing, Vamps the Complete Collection.
That's 50% off too. I don't know what it is, but it's 50% off.
It's that series. It came out. Oh man, it came out a while ago.
It's about vampires.
Vampires, yeah.
Female vampire.
Whip Snake, Skeeter, and Mink. 5 dangerously alluring female vampires thundering down America's highways on Harleys, drunk on freedom and high octane.
Whip Snake. That's a cool nickname.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna call myself Whip Snake. Jess,
the uncanny Whip Snake.
You're Howler, Jess.
Howler.
Ryley is Mink.
Yes.
Oh man. Gabe is totally Screech.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gio, you're all Skeetered. Yeah.
I got Skeeter. Yeah.
It's not a bad nickname.
Fun.
Wildstorm trade paperback volume 4.
Excellent. That is an excellent series. I'm sorry it's coming to an end, but I am definitely buying that, and happily.
With that wonderful description right there.
That's awesome. Look at that. just put in there, Omnidog will buy it, so it's good.
Oh yeah. We can use that.
That is not ever a good idea.
It is now.
I do. I want an omnibus of that Wildstorm series, though.
Yeah, it's a great series.
A big week for Marvel too.
Look at that. That's a lot of books. Amazing Spider-Man Red Goblin trade paperback version. Deadpool by Scotty Young, Volume 3. Weasel Goes to Hell. Marvel Zombies trade paperback Volume 2, new printing. Marvel Zombies trade paperback Volume 3, new printing.
Joe Chip. I don't get them all.
I can already imagine.
You know how many of these damn books I've given away? You can ask Make Havoc. I'm sure he ended up with my Squirrel Girl copy.
Oh, what'd he do to you to get that book? Pissed you off somehow?
Yeah, he commented on how pretty Maddie was looking. He didn't say anything about me. Squirrel Girl for you, my friend. Squirrel Girl for you, my friend. Continue, Gio. Sorry.
Marvelverse graphic novel trade paperback Iron Man.
That is 50% off. And that is the end of the 50% offers.
That's a pretty good list of 50% off discounted books. Marvelverse graphic novel trade paperback Thanos. Spider-Gwen graphic novel trade paperback Gwen Stacy. Symbiote Spider-Man trade paperback. Thor trade paperback Volume 3 War's End. Tony Stark Iron Man Volume 3 War of Realms. War of Realms Uncanny X-Men. What If Classic Complete Collection trade paperback Volume 2. X-Men Starjammers by Dave Cockrum trade paperback. And X-Men Trial of Juggernaut trade paperback. Lots of trades.
Can I just say something in case you don't watch my channel?
No one does.
No, nobody does, of course. But if you are going to buy one book this month, it has to be X-Men: The Trial of Juggernaut. Just to see how shitty
it's already happening on my end.
I was waiting for that shoe to drop.
What I was thinking about,
like, it is notoriously known for being the worst run of X-Men. So much so that they didn't even put his damn name on the title. I didn't.
That's what I was gonna say. I was thinking about that today. I was like, his is the only run that they didn't name like X-Men Complete Collection by blank because they know. They absolutely know. But it's also just a sucker punch for the completists and anyone who's a sucker like myself who's like, ooh, that paperback is twice as thick as the ones I have, so I need to have that one. Yeah, I suck.
Mean, it'll fill that collection. Don't worry about it. You can just let it sit there all pretty and not.
Well, the worst.
I like the artwork. I like Philip Tan, and I like who was it? Henry Clayton that drew it. But this has the Draco. The goddamn devil is Nightcrawler's dad. Like, no. I
think we've gotten past that, Omar. It's been so long. It's just part of it.
Shut up.
the worst part is that no one's come back and tried to like say, no, that's not real. That's not part of canon. But they like do whatever they want to Morrison's new X-Men, but they don't fuck with Austin's X-Men. Okay.
And here all this bitching, me, and you will buy an omnibus.
Oh no, it's if they do an omnibus,
Chuck Austin omnibus, I'm there, man. Like,
oh yeah,
we're so stupid.
I'm not defending myself though either. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, no guys, this is great. Trust me, it's great. I'll tell you, it's gonna be like when I bought Daredevil by Way. I was like, look, I'm a shill.
Deadpool. I was like,
it's an X book.
Yeah, you said Daredevil by Wade. Or Wade.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. Yeah. Let's get that shit right.
Yeah, Deadpool by Way.
We all do. Like, we all make mistakes. We all do this, and we're okay, doing it. I know what I am, and I'll be the first to admit it. Yeah. Now, I did not buy Venomnibus 2, but I did warn people on this very channel not to buy it.
I got it, and I still have it in my collection.
I remember.
Jess got instant regret and sold it.
You didn't even unwrap it.
Me?
Didn't you?
No.
He sold it like a month later. He's like, why did I buy this?
No, I don't even think it stayed in my house a week.
I thought it came in and immediately when you opened it, you were like, ugh.
I did, yeah. As soon as it came out of the box, I said, why did I order this? I got to sell this. I sold it within 3 days, I think.
Hey, gentlemen, I got to bounce off of this. But you all enjoy the rest of the manga and the DC stuff that's coming up next. I said my piece, X-Men Trial of Juggernaut. You were warned. Go and buy it.
Peace out, homie.
All right.
I'll see you guys next week for sure. Later. Be good, guys. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for joining us.
Boom Studios, that thing, WWE.
Is Dennis Hopeless still writing WWE? I'm curious because I know he started it.
It says various.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
The nice Ric Flair cover.
Woo!
Woo!
Comics and graphic novels, the manga section, as people like to say. Accomplishments of Duke's Daughter, graphic novel, volume 5. I have no idea what that is. Algernon, whatever. Blackwood's Willows, graphic novel. Arab of the Future, graphic memoir, volume 4, 1987 to 1992. Arpeggio of Blue Steel, graphic novel, volume 15. This is a manga. Assassin's Creed, trade paperback, volume 1. I actually do want to read this, but I'm not going to get it now. This is the Russian assassin for the Assassin's
Is that
Creed
the old series that Cameron Stewart did?
I think so.
Back in 2009, 2010?
Yep, Cameron Stewart.
So is it a re-release of like 2-in-1 or something?
Yeah, you get the Fall and the Chain, which I think collected for the first time and all new. Two separate series all in one trade. I actually really want to read this. I'm a big fan of the franchise.
I kind of just for Cameron Stewart want to read
Yeah.
it.
Black Mage. I assume this is. No, it's a comic. Bramble from Humanoids.
That was a Rootbeard book.
Really?
That it was. I don't know why it's getting resolicited. It got Rootbeard.
Wow. All right.
Terrible
so garbage.
Who did that?
Absolutely terrible. One of the worst books I've ever read.
Interesting.
Well, that's a screaming endorsement.
This must be a paperback version. Oh no, it says hardcover. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, spend your money and be disappointed. Go ahead.
Yes.
This thing.
Cerebus?
Church and State 2 Remastered Edition. Okay. Certain Magical Index is another manga. Classmates Volume 3. Complete Life and Times of Scrooge McDuck. I think you can already own this in another format of. I don't know. I'm not that into duck books. Complete Life and Times of Scrooge McDuck, hardcover Volume 2. Doodadada, Dollars Arc, Volume 5. Love me some Doodadada. Edison Breaker Creature Seeker, graphic novel Volume 1, Night Door. Freezing, which she's freezing because it's cold out. Grand Blue Dreaming, Volume 8.
People have been making noise about that one. Grand Blue Dreaming.
Which one?
Grand Blue Dreaming. People have been making noise about that.
It's good.
Yeah, Ryley has it. He can tell you about it.
Yeah, it's a great comedy series about a guy who goes to live with, I think, his uncle, who runs a diving shop and like a diving instruction school. And it's basically just a bunch of misadventures of this guy and some of the other guys in the school. And this guy's like cousin or something. And it's just a bunch of like drinking and parties and all this stuff. And in between, they talk about diving. But it's mostly about getting really drunk in every single volume and doing really stupid things while they're drunk. One of the best gags, I think it's the blonde guy that's on the cover there. I think that's the dude. He's really into like chibi manga and like little he's into like loli stuff, which is like little girls and whatever. And so his entire room is always plastered with that stuff. And there's a bunch of gags that center around that, which are usually the ones that get me laughing the most. But it's a really funny series, especially if you're already like into manga, because it has a lot of the comedy relies on knowing kind of tropes and different things about manga and different things about Japanese culture. And the more stuff you're familiar with, the funnier you'll find those things.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
High School Prodigies Have It Easy in Another World, Volume 5. Holy Hannah, Jimmy's Bastards, hardcover Volume 1, Year 1. Last Crusade, Rise of the New World, another manga. Lily the Thief, graphic novel and hardcover edition. This looks pretty cool. Nicola Traveling Around Demon World. I want to check that out. Pre-Code Classics Operation Peril, hardcover of 1, and then the slipcase edition. Pre-Code Classics The Beyond, hardcover 1, and the slipcase as well. Punk Mambo, which looks really cool, from Valiant Entertainment. Actually, really want to check that out.
Cullen Bunn, huh?
Yeah. She's a hard-living voodoo priestess who grew up in London, then relocated to the Bayou country. Now she's a mystical mercenary for hire. That sounds amazing. I want to read this.
I wish it was hardcover.
Yeah, I'm always hesitant to buy the paperbacks because usually they wind up getting a hardcover. So I'm like, oh, do I go for it or not?
This is only 5 or 6 issues, though.
Yeah, 5 issues.
Because it was a limited series.
Queens of Animation hardcover. Reprise of the Spear Hero graphic novel. That has to do with the Shield Hero. Rick Baker Metamorphosis Slipcase Edition. Sanity and Tallulah graphic novel, Volume 2, Field Trip, and hardcover version. Shades of Magic trade paperback, Volume 2, Night of Knives. Sync trade paperback, Volume 2, Blood's Rain. Six Gun Deluxe Edition, hardcover 6.
Yay.
And the Gunslinger Edition, Volume 6.
Double yay.
Skeleton Knight in Another World. It's another isekai manga. Still Sick manga, Volume 1. Swimming in Darkness graphic novel. Thicker Than Blood collected artwork edition. White Knight graphic novel. Winter Warrior, and the Wires and Nerve duology boxed set. So that's that. And before I stop sharing my screen, what were the 50% books off again, Jeff?
Batman Snyder Batman Omnibus was 50% off. Lucifer Omnibus. Vamps Complete Collection from DC.
Nice. From
Image, Often Wrong. And from Marvel verse graphic novel Iron Man.
There you go, folks. Your 50% off books.
And if you're interested in getting those books, you can get your collected editions up to 50% off from InStockTrades.com, where loyalty discounts can add 2% to that 50% off. Every quarter, there's an Omnibroslive discount code. If you're in the United States and you order $50 or more worth of books, you get free shipping, fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com. Our sponsor.
We love them.
We do love them.
Yeah, Strangers in Paradise. Supposedly that's getting a reprint. And it's supposed to be coming out this week. But it wasn't on previews, so I don't know.
I wonder if it's not a wide release right now.
Probably.
I wonder if you have to get it straight from the publisher.
Like straight from Terry Moore's website?
Yeah. I don't know.
Wow, there's a lot of comments. I didn't know so many people were watching us. There's a lot of comments.
Watching us when?
Now.
Now?
Yeah, there's a lot of comments. I didn't, because I'm not looking at the live comments, because if I start opening tabs, it's going to slow down my Wi-Fi for some reason. So.
Oh.
Yeah. Gio, are you going to read Dan Abnett's Rye book from Valiant? I didn't even know that was a thing. That's awesome. I love Abnett, and Rye is pretty badass. So
Rye is cool.
Yeah, I want to check it out. Jess's face is naked. Aftermath of Wonder Woman.
I've already restarted my beard.
Nice. My wife asked me the other day because we were trying to think of Halloween costumes, and she's like, "Are you gonna shave your beard?" I'm like, "No, it's not happening."
You could do a mohawk. That'd be cool.
Me?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I definitely have enough hair. My hair on the top is pretty long, but I have to keep it. I think what I'm gonna have 2 costumes, one for work and one for home. The home one is just a onesie, Child's Play, like a Chucky costume. I'm just gonna put that on, and we're gonna sit outside and pass out the candy. And Megan is going to dress up as the bride of Chucky. So she's going to wear black leather and do her makeup to look like Jennifer Tilly's character. in those movies. And then at work, I think I'm gonna dress up as Bro Thor because I have all the components, like bathrobe, hoodie. I just need to cut some fingers off of some gloves. I think my mother-in-law has Crocs that I might be able to borrow. And for the hair, that's the only part because I can get some sunglasses, and my beard's not quite as big, but maybe I'll get like a mop and just put the mop on top of my head because it'll look kind of like blonde dreads, just dirty hair. So I might go. I'm off tomorrow, so maybe I'll go to the store and see if I can't find something that'll work out in that way, but to not have to spend $30 on a crappy wig.
Yeah.
Okay. Ryley Mo, where can they find you?
Find me right here. Find me on my channel, Ryley Mo, RYLEYMO. I'm going to try and do a video tomorrow since I did not anticipate being busy this weekend. I didn't make one, but I'll try to do one tomorrow, do an actual review or a haul video where I talk about the stuff I already talked about. And maybe some other things. So we'll figure it out. But you can find me there, and you can find me on the Facebook page, Omnibus Collectors Comic Swapping Community, and on the manga page, Otaku's Farm.
Yeah.
Where you'll now probably find Gabe, the newest manga convert.
I don't know if he's in the group yet. I don't think he is.
He's there.
But now that he's getting into, he's getting into some pretty. He started One Piece, which is I just got 92, so that's a pretty big commitment.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's reading the omnibuses, so 3-in-1s. But yeah, it's like 30 something omnis. So it's gonna take.
It's almost at 30 right now.
Mm-hmm. That's the way I'm collecting it, and yeah, it's a chore, but it's fun. It's a fun series, so I don't mind.
Let's
also,
see.
Before we sign off, the Black Science book that we talked about at the beginning of the video, that is the final trade for the series. Just a heads up.
The end.
Yep. So I'm looking forward to that third hardcover. So I love me some Black Science.
And Hickman's, speaking of Final Image, Hickman's East of West is ending in December.
Oh.
So right around the corner. Issue
that
45.
is interesting.
We'll get a year 3 hardcover then.
Yay.
Yeah, I would imagine.
This Thursday is regular OmniBros, not Otaku Bros.
Yeah.
Fenner 27. It's just Gio and me handing out candy over the internet.
I've been told not to accept candy from strange guys on the internet.
You know us, though.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you any less strange.
Well, that is true.
We are pretty strange.
That is very true. Week in Geekdom, where can we find you?
You can find me on YouTube, A Week in Geekdom, where I talk about anime, comics, and everything else in between. Pretty soon, I'm going to start talking about video games too. So it's going to be an all-out geek extravaganza, I guess, on my channel.
I need to get in on that with you.
Yay!
Right on, man. You can find me, Omnidog, on YouTube, on Omnidog's Vault, and on Instagram, Omnidogs. Wait, yeah, Omnidogs _Vault. I blanked out there for a second. That was weird. Okay. So thank you to InStockTrades.com, our sponsor. Thank you to the chat. Thank you to our viewers. Thank you to everyone who has watched and participated and hit the like button and subscribed and leaving a comment and participated and all that stuff. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. We love you. And thank you for taking the time, your precious time, to watch us. That means a lot to us, and we really appreciate it. So on behalf of the OmniBros, peace and love. Peace and love.
Good night, homies.